Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. As you already know, we have started the channel on the subject that is cyber security. So far we have seen so much things in the cyber security. We have started with the vulnerability scanning, different vulnerability tools available in the market, Netcat, Nmap. There are so many tools. Then we have gone through into the different terminologies like firewall, packet filter, virtual private network, port forwarding, netting, subnetting, and all these things. We have gone this all this thing. So in the previous video, in the last couple of videos, we have started the new chapter. That is, we are looking at the web application testing. So we have seen the difference between the web application, what exactly the web application is, why the testing is web application testing is required, and how can we test that. So there are the different tools available into the web application testing. So the first tool we have seen, that is a Nicto. Then we have seen the different HTTP utilities to test it out, the different vulnerabilities available into the web server. So there were the different utilities like HTTP utilities like curl. We have seen the curl in the small. We can say the curl command. Curl is a one type of utility. We have seen the example of the curl, right? With the demonstration we have seen that. Now the other HTTP utilities are openSSL and the sTunnel. Okay, so before going into that, we have to understand the different terminologies, like what exactly the SSL is and what exactly the tunnel is. So SSL stands for the secure socket layer. SSL stands for the secure socket layer, right? So as we already know that HTTP versus HTTPS, HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, while the HTTPS, the secure version of the HTTP works as the port number 80 and the HTTPS works on the port number 443. So what is the difference between the HTTP versus HTTPS? So in the HTTPS, apart from the HTTP, the new layer is added, which is the SSL, secure socket layer. So we are passing the HTTP data to the secure socket layer. So what exactly the secure socket layer is? So that secure socket layer is nothing but encryption of the data with the different algorithms. That is nothing but the secure socket layer. So there are the different kind of mechanism, public and private key encryption, different cryptography algorithms are applied, so that when your data is passed over the network, it is like encrypted. So anyone tries to snoop your data, they will get your data, but they cannot decrypt the data. So this is the kind of HTTPS. We can say the HTTP plus SSL is nothing but the HTTPS services we are providing. So on that we will study the new concept, that is open SSL. So you can try to search the google.com. Ultimately it will be forwarded to the HTTPS google.com. You will try the Facebook. Ultimately it is directed to the facebook.com, instagram.com. So they have taken the SSL certificates from the SSL service provider. There are the SSL service provider. You have to purchase the SSL for your domain. Let's say your domain is abc.com. So by default you work on the HTTP. So to be more secure on that HTTPS, you have to purchase the SSL domain on that, right? So this is the kind of basic thing about the SSL. So I hope now you guys are much more clear about what exactly the SSL is, right? So I hope now you have the more understanding of the SSL. So for the real time example, try to work access the google.com. You will see the HTTPS. That is nothing but the Google is used to have purchased SSL certificate. Whatsoever the data is passed between you and the servers of the Google, they are encrypted. So you are very much safe to access such a site. So you should make sure the kind of things, always the banking website, you will always see that they have the SSL encrypted with their attached to their domain, right? So this is nothing but the SSL is also about. The full form is a secure socket layer. Now next terms, so we are yet to go into the openSSL, right? We are yet to go into the openSSL. So let me go into the next topic, that is a sTunnel. Before going to the sTunnel, let us try to understand what exactly the tunnel is. So the similar kind of word we have used into the virtual private network, that is a VPN. So what exactly the tunnel is? Tunnel is, we are talking as the virtual tunnel, not a physical tunnel. So as you know, in the virtual private network, I am sitting at my home and my company is far away, 400 to 500 kilometers away from my home. In the COVID-19 pandemic, I'm working from my home. I want to access my company's network. Yes, obviously the security is a more reason, the data privacy should be there. So what should I do? I will use a VPN. I will connect with my company with the VPN. I will set up a private tunnel between my network and my company's network, and then I will exchange the data. So what exactly the scenario of this tunnel? Tunnel is nothing but a secure connection. Secure connection. So whatsoever the data you will pass, it is encrypted by some algorithm, some private and public keys that is shared between you and your company. So you are sitting at your home, but ultimately you are in the network of your company. So ultimately you are away from your company, 400 500 kilometers away, yet you are in the network of the company. So ultimately it will become the virtual private network. So this is the term of the tunnel. A tunnel, you can say, a kind of a secure a connection between you and the other network, right? So we have seen the different types of VPN connection. So now we are coming with the new combination, that is a openSSL plus sTunnel. So let's move on that. So I hope the image is clearly visible to all of you, right? So let us take the real-time example of the what is the use of openSSL plus we can see the external. So let me give you the example. Let's say on the left hand side you can see the client machine. On the right hand side there is a server. Consider this as a Google server, a Gmail server. So what you are exactly doing right now, what you are exactly doing, from the client you are accessing a Google Gmail server. Okay, now now so what exactly you are exactly ultimately doing right now, to Google is accepting it's binded with the SSL. It is binded with the SSL, so it is not accepting the non-secure connection. It is not accepting the non-secure connection. So what you can exactly do, you can create a, a tunnel. So tunnel is nothing but, you can say, a kind of library, and with the openSSL you can install the kind of library into a system. Okay, so it will act like you have the SSL embedded into your system. You have SSL embedded into your system, right? So, and you will create a s tunnel. It's a kind of library which will encrypt your data. So ultimately you are passing a data which is unencrypted. It's entered into the s tunnel. Now the data is encrypted and it is bounded into the openSSL, right? It will be directed to the server. The server will treat this as a secure connection. The server will treat this as a secure connection, and revert back to the uh, client. So this is a kind of thing what you are creating. You don't have the SSL connection with you, you don't have the tunneling mechanism with you. So what you are doing, you are downloading the openSSL library. It's a kind of combination of the libraries available, external and the openSSL, you will install into your system. So ultimately what you are doing, you are passing your unencrypted data into that. So the data will be encrypted from the tunnel. The data will be passed with the SSL connection. You don't have the SSL connection, but you are passing with the SSL connection, right? So what the server sees as the connection, the server is a SSL based connection, so the server will respond to that particular connection, because server is configured like that. It is only responding to the secure connection, not the insecure connections, right? So this is a kind of thing. The openSSL, or we can say the sTunnel, is a kind of we can say the library, or we can say the mechanism, or we can type of the softwares we have through which we can create openSSL is we can say the open source or SSL. We can configure the SSL into our system. Then we can create a tunnel ultimately to creating a connection to encrypt your data, then pass that data to the requested server, so the server can respond to your particular request. So this is the kind of thing we can do with the external and the openSSL. uh, I hope you guys are more clear with this particular topic, that is the openSSL and the we can say that the external, right? So this is a kind of mechanism that is the shared between the openSSL and the external. I hope now you guys are more clear with this kind of mechanism that we have. Okay. So this was all about the HTTP. This was all about the HTTP utilities. The we can once we can set the call CURL, then the openSSL and the external. So this is a kind of tool we have, okay, to test the web application server, to find the vulnerabilities available into the server, right? So thank you very much for watching a video. We'll post our next tools and the next into the next video. Thank you very much.